I did say this channel was for off-topic content, and that is exactly what we have today. I have just finished the Audi A1 video, so if you saw that last, I've literally just finished. There's mess everywhere. My pal turns up, Skiro, with the Spares Repairs 800 Caddy from the main channel. He's turned up, said, I've got a video for you. I said, leave it out, mate. I hear that every day. Pulls this out, and I'm like, yeah, pretty cool. It is a portable diesel heater for fishing, camping. I say portable, you have got to carry a car battery and this, but it is pretty portable and it is pretty cool. How much was it, Skiro?
74 quid.
74 quid. This isn't paid, sponsored or anything. Super quick unboxing. We've got some gloves. I don't know why you'd have white gloves. Are they a heat glove? You've also got air filter, pipe, exhaust pipe, a camo printed diesel heater. So if you're going camping, don't put it in the grass because you might lose it. Fixtures, fittings, pretty cool. The cheapest quality Jubilee clips you've never seen. Exhaust pipe and a outlet Dubry Firkin and a box. Let me set it up. We have got it on the operating table, the steps. There's two holes underneath. One is for the exhaust, one is for the air filter, and if you're going to say which one's which, well, they are slightly different size. One is slightly bigger than the other, so it's sort of easy to work it out. I've got the exhaust first. Tried the exhaust on that hole, it fits. Tried it on this hole, it doesn't fit. So that tells me that's exhaust. And that is your intake. Nice and easy, I believe. And because you're going to sit it face down, no you're not, you're going to sit it on all fours downwards. They have strategically made the housing of the heater big enough so once it's sat on the floor, the exhaust is going to go out one side, the intake is going to go out the other. Let me get the world's crappiest Jubilee clips on. There is a quite nice little cutout to get your screwdriver in. Let me get those Jubilee clips on and see how it sits. If possible, do get some better Jubilee clips because you can't do these up very tight. These cheaper quality ones. I have got the exhaust bent at a 90-degree angle so it pokes straight out the side of the heater. I am going to put the intake out the other side. That way you haven't got exhaust gases going out and then being sucked into the intake. Although I think it makes no difference. It does actually look tidier out of both sides. But we are going to put one side, one the other. What else did I just spot? Does come with these little feet that just slide on, and then you could screw it down if you're going to permanently fix it. But then it's not very portable. Okay, all right, let's just use the feet. Two more. There is a few other bits in the box. I'm not sure what we're going to use. I guess it depends on what you're doing and your setup. That is about it. Nice and easy. Let's get it on the floor. Now, it's on the floor, and if you're thinking, do you need the chimney facing upwards like a log burner or something like that? No. I know someone who made that mistake. Andy? Yep. He had his chimney facing up because if you don't know, it's easy to assume that you want the chimney going up. But no, it must be going downwards because of condensation. You get moisture in the exhaust. It needs to drain down and you will get moisture draining out the exhaust. So don't have your exhaust upwards. Intake's hanging out. Yeah, out the side. That's not unattractive. I'm happy with that. Exhaust out of one side. It comes with a red and a black that simply screws on the back, a bit like a battery charger or a car amp. And because this is a car garage, we've obviously got a big battery. Now, just quickly about batteries and how to use it. I know that when you fire one of these heaters up, whether that be the portable type or one that's in your van, when they first start up, they draw a lot of amps, up to 10 amps, which does cane the battery. If you're going camping for a weekend or a few days, I personally would leave the heater on. If you went camping with this setup, that battery would last a week on this heater. If you turned it off every morning and then on again in the evening, the amount of amps being drawn, turning it on and off, would kill the battery, and it would probably only last a couple of days. So if I was you, I would just leave it running all the time, but turn it down when you don't need it. That way the battery's going to last longer. Let's get some diesel in it. Obviously diesel ain't cheap nowadays. God, the diesel, that's dirty. Now, I believe it has a 5 litre tank. How much fuel did you put in the can? Fiver, you tight git. But you don't get much for a fiver anymore. But I do believe you could probably get 5 litres in there. How long does it last? Well, I believe, because I've used these heaters a long time, it's definitely cost effective to use something like this than an electric heater, for sure, 100%. Absolutely brilliant they are. That would last £5 worth of fuel. It's probably about 3.5 litres nowadays, maybe less. That would definitely do a few days, even being left on constant. Maybe not if you had it on flat out, but definitely ticking over or keeping you warm. Bit of a crude setup here. We're using a car battery. Oh, the wires ain't long enough. We'll just make them long enough. I am literally yee-hawing it, cowboy. Oh, it's on, pretty cool. It has got a nice looking screen on the front that is double-sided taped. And if you're going to use this for camping, maybe fishing, you're going to think, I'll leave this outside, but I don't think this is very waterproof. That will definitely knacker if it rained. So ideally, you need to have this inside your tent or your shelter, and then that exhaust, silver exhaust, outside. It is perfectly safe to have this in the tent because no diesel smell or fumes come out of there, and it will recirculate the heat better. If you're camping, skiro, and it's outside and it's freezing, you're going to have freezing cold air being sucked through and lightly warmed up. If you had this inside, it's going to recirculate the heat and get warmer and warmer. So I would definitely have this inside, but make sure that exhaust is further or outside and maybe a good few feet away from where you're sleepings. And to be even more safer, maybe get a carbon monoxide tester just to make sure you wake up the next morning. Now, it has got a screen, it's very nice. It's also got a remote, and they actually work from quite a distance. Probably 20, 30 foot, no problem at all. So we're on, and I don't think there's any more to do apart from on. Hopefully my battery has got enough juice in it because it was just sat around in a workshop. Let's see how long it takes to start warming up. So it did take 2 times, 2 cycles for it to start. And you're going to fire it up, you're going to put diesel in, fire it up, and then it's not going to start and it's going to come up with an error. Well, what happens is you put the diesel in, it then takes a little bit of time for it to bleed the air out the system and to get all the diesel into the combustion chamber. This took 2 cycles and it probably took 5 or 10 minutes. The next time you're going to use the heater, it will fire up a lot quicker and the first time because there's no air in the system. We're outside. Oh yeah, it's quite warm, isn't it? Now, I used the little blipper that I've already lost. Oh no, it's in my skyrocket. I used the little blipper to turn it on. Once on, once off, nice and easy. If you're going to use the on and the off button, one press to turn it on, press and hold to turn it off. The ticking can be a little bit loud sometimes. If you go online, there is a much quieter pump. I will put a link to this unit and the quieter diesel pump in the video description. But if the ticking bothers you even more, I personally, but this is down to your discretion, the diesel pumps are hard mounted, and because they're hard mounted, the vibration is amplified with the ticking. If you put some rubber behind there or hang the diesel pump by the rubber lines, they're a lot quieter. But that is entirely down to you. I don't know why the screen is on its side. It would have looked a lot better turned that way. It was 75 quid, but that is absolutely roaring hot. It's cold. We're in November. The problem with getting in front of the heater is now you're not taking this heater away for the rest of the day because it is toasty. Obviously we haven't got the exhaust silencer on. Let's do a live test. Can you see it? You can see it. I actually like the roaring noise, but some may not. Make sure you peel off all this blue stuff. I don't know why that has to be on there. How ridiculous is that? Because this is going to get hot. Now, after 10 minutes of picking, if you look at these exhausts or the silencer, there is a little hole on the bottom. That is meant to be facing downwards for any moisture to drain out of. Because we've got the exhaust on the floor, you'd have to lift that up. Don't grab it now, it's hot. Maybe that's what the white gloves are for. So it'd be sat wonky. So I will lay this on its side. And if I put this on now, hopefully it's going to fit. It does make a massive difference. Let me get the mic off. Before and after. Not the biggest noise reduction, and it's only crudely put on, but they do make a difference. That is absolutely pucker. Just going camping with my portable heater.